Hello, my friends. Today we have an Empties video and it's a doozy. Well, I should preface it by saying this. When I've compiled all of the Empty products that I use just in the beauty category, so that would be makeup, skincare, hair care, and bath and body, it was a lot. This has been accumulating for almost 3 months now. So I decided to go ahead and split this into 2 videos because I'm trying to be conscientious of everybody's time. So today we're going to be talking about the makeup and hair care products that I have used up, and then next week I will upload my skincare and bath and body empties. A very warm welcome to any new viewers. Hi, I'm Katie. If at some point throughout this video you find yourself wanting to stick around for more of my content, please make sure you hit that subscribe button before you head out of here. Not only do I talk about beauty on my channel, quite honestly, I talk a little bit more about candles and home fragrance. So yeah, if that sounds like something you're interested in, you'll want to be sticking around. All right, let's not waste any more time because we've got a lot to talk about here. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with hair care empties. Let's go ahead and talk about products that were just like, I don't want to say meh, but like, I'm not sure that I would just be pining away to go ahead and repurchase them, even though they are good products. The first product is the It's a 10. Oh, that's gross. There's a piece of hair still attached to it. Gross. It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product. I know a lot of people have I wanted to say ranted and raved. They've gone on and on about this product. It's good. It's a great leave-in conditioner, detangler. This reminds me, the scent of it reminds me of like the original Ralph Lauren in the blue bottle perfume that I wore when I was like 16. I like it. I don't mean it in a bad way. It does do its job. It detangles, but it's not anything that I'm like, wow, every time it comes on sale, I have to go in and restock. Quite honestly, I get a lot of spray and detanglers as like gifts with purchase. So I find myself actually never even really having to purchase them because this one is frequently given in a lot of those Ulta sample bags. It's good. I liked having it around, but it's not exactly something that I'm like, wow, I just absolutely have to have. This next one, I have a little sample of the Gisou Honey Infused Hair Oil. Now this came in that Sephora. They had like a hair mask kit around the holidays, and this was just like a little tiny sample size of it. Honestly, you guys, I mean, it worked fine, but I didn't find it to be anything better than my favorite, which is the Moroccan oil. It doesn't really even have much of a scent to it. I mean, slightly, but I didn't find that it did anything just so amazing for my hair that I would go out and spend the full price on that. I believe that Gisou is kind of a really, it's like more of like a luxury hair care line, but I didn't find it to be anything worth writing home about. I do use hair oil pretty much every day. I will typically use it at night. I apply it, you know, right here mid shaft to ends because I do color treat my hair and I live in a dry climate, but I don't know, you guys, it wasn't anything amazing for me. The next product that I'm going to talk about is from Virtue, which is a hair care line that I do like. My daughter used these up. So I have an almost 14-year-old daughter. Her hair type is very thick with some wave and curl to it. It is frizz prone. My hair is not. Mine is fine. It's medium in terms of like thickness, but it is very fine. Sticks straight, does not hold a curl. My daughter's hair is different. She really liked this product, the Virtue Recovery Conditioner and the shampoo. She said that not only did she like the scent, but she said that she did feel like it helped kind of smooth her hair out a little bit. She does prefer the Moroccan oil to this one, but it is a nice product. We have very hard water here and I don't have a water softener. I've never had one. I've always lived in a climate or a place that has hard water. So I'm sure that would help our situation, but I don't know. You know what it is, like ignorance is bliss. I don't know any different. But yeah, she really liked this product. I would reconsider picking it up if it is part of the Ulta. Usually they have like a hair care sale twice a year that's like the 21 Days of Beauty. I'm sorry, I keep feeling like I have something on my lip here. I don't, it's just in my imagination. Or maybe you guys will see it on camera, I don't know. Anyways, I would pick this up during that time. I think that's when I got it, was last May. They typically do that sale usually in late April, early May, and also again in October, early November. But yeah, I'd pick it up for 50% off, but I don't think, none of this stuff would I ever really pay full price for. Speaking of Virtue, I used their full shampoo. Again, I think I may have picked this up did I get it at Derm Store? I can't remember, but I did pick this up on sale. This, I like a lot of volume to my hair, and like I said, because my hair is fine and it tends to want to just fall flat to my head, I do typically like to use some type of volumizing shampoo. It was good. It's not anything that I'm just pining away to repurchase, but did the job. Let's see here. I used the Amika Normcore Signature Shampoo. I think this one is one that's great if you're not looking for something to be super hydrating, but you also want a little bit of moisture in your hair. I feel like this is like what they would advertise for quote unquote normal hair. So like if you don't color treat your hair, if you don't have a lot of frizz, if you don't have it super fine, like I feel like this is just like probably Amika's like run of the mill. This is their basic in the best way shampoo. I like it. I love the smell of a lot of Amika products. I will say that Amika is I believe that most of their stuff is sulfate free. So if that is important to you because of you use keratin treatment or whatnot and you need a sulfate free shampoo, this is probably a good line to try out. However, I know that this is just a mental thing. I like my shampoo to suds up. And I know those of you who are hairstylists or know more about that are like, Katie, it's not supposed to. Yeah, I don't know. That would be the only thing that gives me pause about repurchasing this, was that I did not find that it sudsed up, and I do like that sensation. All right, I think my daughter finished this up. This is the Matrix Total Results Miss Mess Dry Finishing Spray. So this is just like a hairspray. I believe that this is one of the diamond gifts that I got maybe like a year and a half ago. You know, Ulta, once a month, they will have like their diamond and platinum days where they give you like a full-size product. If you purchase $25 worth of product at Ulta that day, you get a free size product or a free full-size product, and it was this one. I honestly don't think that I would repurchase this one. It has a very, very strong fragrance to it. And even me, somebody who likes fragrance and can tolerate it, even I found it to be a little bit overwhelming. I was like, that's a little bit strong. It's lingering too much for me. It interferes with my perfume. So I don't know. I guess now we're kind of wading into the territory of products that I probably wouldn't repurchase. We did use it up. I gave it to my daughter pretty much to use if it's not something that I'm enjoying. But I mean, it was okay, but nothing that I think, you know, Matrix, I think they're like a mid-range hair care line. Probably not going to be a repurchase for me. All right, this one is like an on the fence, I don't know if I would repurchase this for my hair type, but I probably would for my daughter's hair type. So both of my girls have some texture to their hair. They've got a little bit of wave and curl. In fact, my youngest daughter has very fine. When she was little, it was like ringlet curls. It's relaxed quite a bit now that she's almost 9. But you know, we use mousse sometimes in their hair to just help kind of define those curls or waves. Now this product, again, from Amika, I do like a lot of products from the Amika hair care line. I could not use this. I initially purchased this to be able to use at the roots because that's how I use mousse. I apply it at the roots because I like volume. This was too greasy for my roots, so I would not suggest it for that purpose. In fact, if you're looking for a hair care product to do that, the Aquage Uplifting Foam is one that I've used for years. Kate from the Small Things blog recommended that, and that has been my holy grail. However, I have recently discovered a root lifting product that I think has dethroned that or close to. They're like right neck and neck, but I've only used it twice, so I don't want to say yet that it's dethroned it, but it's a good contender right now. Anyways, my daughter did like this for applying in her hair with like an air dry styling cream, and it did help give some definition to it. But if you're looking for a mousse for volume at the roots, definitely no, maybe more for like taming your curls and waves. Yes. The only thing that I will say about this one is that it became runny towards the end. Like actually you can hear there's actually still a little bit of product left in it, but when I go to, what would I be, like compress the top here, it just runs out. It's just like runny product. So this product's done. We're using a different mousse right now, but it's okay. I don't know. All right, this is a product I know that I will not repurchase again. And it's funny because I typically like a lot of products from IGK. In fact, their first class dry shampoo, the charcoal dry shampoo, which I know is a polarizing product, is my holy grail dry shampoo. I love it. However, I thought that I would like this detoxifying charcoal shampoo. I didn't like it, you guys. One, it just felt, there's like a grittiness to it, which I think if you're wanting like a scalp scrub, then that might be the way for you to go, but I did not like it. It didn't suds up. I actually didn't even feel like my hair was very clean after washing with this. Now, like I just told you, because I live in a place that has hard water, I typically try to use a clarifying shampoo at least once every 2 weeks. I only wash my hair typically 2 times a week. In the summertime, it might go to 3 times just because I'm hot and sweaty a lot of the time here. But yeah, that product is not going to be a repurchase for me. What I will say, a clarifying shampoo that I did like here, and we're now heading into the category of hair products that I definitely will repurchase. This is, I'm sorry it looks gunky and gross, this is the R+Co Oblivion Clarifying Shampoo. This is a really good clarifying shampoo, and it is on my list to repurchase once I'm testing out some other ones, but this one is really good and I would recommend it. My hairstylist uses a lot of R+Co products, so that's how they kind of came onto my radar. And yeah, got my hair clean without making it feel like it was super stripped. So I really like this product. I would follow up always when I use a clarifying shampoo. I always follow up with a hair mask. Now, actually, to be honest with you, I use hair masks every time I wash my hair because I only wash twice a week. Instead of using regular conditioner, I just use a hair mask. But if you don't, I would just say that if you do use a clarifying shampoo, make sure that you follow it up with a hair mask, you know, right afterwards, because that will to kind of just put some moisture back into your hair after having it kind of stripped of all of the oils and whatnot with the clarifying. Okay, so the Amika Soulfood Nourishing Mask. This was another thing that Kate from The Small Things recommended. I really like her. I know that I initially actually discovered her on YouTube, but I know that she does more content over on Instagram, and that's where I follow her more these days. But she has talked about this hair mask for quite some time. First off, the scent. It's that delicious kind of like citrus, vibrant, fruity. Oh, if you've smelled Amika products, you guys know what I'm talking about. I absolutely love the smell. It's very energizing and vibrant, kind of to go with the packaging here. You know, again, you can probably see all of the hard water on my container here, but this did a really good job of keeping my hair nourished without weighing it down. Again, that's always a big concern for me with any kind of conditioner, is that I want my hair to be moisturized, but I don't want it to be weighed down. And this did a really good job. I would actually reconsider purchasing this again. I'm always changing up hair masks and whatnot and always trying out new things with hair care, but this is one that I would recommend to pretty much anybody. And then another product from R+Co. I think this is probably my 3rd bottle that I have gone through of this. I lost the lid, but oh well, it's going in the, well, is this recyclable? No, it's going in the trash after this anyways. This is the R+Co Vicious Stronghold Flexible Hairspray. So how do I use this? Well, this hairspray actually does have heat protectant in it. And so when I curl my hair, I typically section out my hair and then I go piece by piece. I typically find, I know it's not the best for the environment, but I do find that an aerosol type of hairspray or heat protectant is what is easiest for me to use. I will spray it on the strand, then go in and curl with my hot tool. And this has been a product that I really, really like. There is heat protectant in it. It does help my curl hold very well throughout the day. This, I think, is, you probably get a little bit more. I will say that my very favorite product for that purpose that I have discovered within the last year is the Orbe Soft Lacquer. That has become like my holy grail. This is like the runner-up. I do like this one a lot. And then if you're looking for something that's even a little bit more affordable, I would say the Paul Mitchell Hot Off the Press is another great option. Those are the 3 like standbys that I always go to. I used to always like the Redken Iron Shape, but I've also heard that one that they've reformulated it, and I've seen some of the reviews come out saying that it's not the same. So maybe I'll have to pick that up and test it out. But if you're looking for a product to just help your curl hold, especially when you're using like a hot tool, I would recommend that one. All right, now I have some makeup empties, and we all know how makeup empties go. Sometimes it's not actually that the product is empty, it's just that maybe the product is old and it's time to say goodbye to it. But let's go ahead and start with 2 products that actually are empty, and both of them are primers, and they're primers for different purposes. So this first empty is the Colleen Rothschild Black Tourmaline Face Primer. Now you can see there's no black primer left in here because it's been all the way used up. I actually really like that part of the packaging, that it lets me know how much product I am using up. This is in an airless pump. This is a product that I will repurchase. In fact, it didn't cause my skin to break out, which is a huge concern with me oftentimes with primers. Most primers, I find that they break my skin out, that they can, and primer can really affect the wear of your foundation. So I will say, this is not a primer that I used with Estee Lauder Double Wear or my NARS Soft Matte. In fact, my NARS Soft Matte, I typically, well, no, lies. I do use a primer sometimes with it, but typically I prefer that foundation without a primer. This primer I really love wearing underneath more of like a lighter coverage foundation, or one that I know might have more of a glowy or dewy tint to it. So I'm talking like the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua. That's actually what I'm wearing today. I like to wear this underneath. For reference, my skin type is normal to oily. It gets a little bit more oily in the summertime, which is when I was using the bulk of this. Remember, I'm in Arizona, so we have hot weather pretty much up until early November. But yeah, good product. Again, like that I could see how much I was using. It does come out like black, but it doesn't apply black onto your face, so you don't have to worry about that. There's no cast or anything, but this was really good at just kind of, I don't want to say totally mattifying my face, but keeping those oils at bay when I was using a glowy foundation. And then on days when I was maybe wearing a more matte, long-lasting foundation, I did get a sample of this, and I think I talked about this maybe in the Saturday 6. This is the sample size of the RMS Beauty ReEvolve Radiance Locking Primer. Now, this actually is really, really nice. I would apply this and let it sit for about 10 minutes before I would go ahead and go in with my foundation, but this provided just a beautiful lit from within glow to my skin that didn't alter the look of my matte foundations. That's typically been a problem I've found with a lot of foundations, is that if my natural oils are not allowed to come through and kind of blend with the foundation formula, I find that then it can start to look very cakey on me, and that's not ever a look that I personally am going for. But I found that this just, it didn't affect the longevity or really so much. It did give a slightly glowy finish to my foundation, but I don't know. It's hard I'm kind of having a hard time finding the words here. I just really, really liked the finish of this. I am hesitating at the moment to purchase it right now just because it is a little bit more of an expensive product. And my skin, honestly, over this last winter has been doing some really weird things. I have a feeling that you know, I'm not a doctor or scientist, and I'm not wearing a tinfoil hat or anything. I have a feeling that the virus that everybody has been concerned about for years has left some strange, like, I don't want to say autoimmune, but maybe autoimmune things. I just find that my skin has been doing weird things anytime I have gotten sick. So even if it's not that particular virus, but like if I get a cold or whatnot, beforehand my skin didn't do weird things. Whereas now every time I get a cold or something, I find that my skin will get really dry afterwards, which is ironic because I drink a ton of water. I'm not dehydrated. My skin will break out. I will get these weird rashes. I'll get contact dermatitis. It'll get sensitive. So I don't know if it's a byproduct of that, or maybe if it's just my age and maybe my hormones are shifting. Who knows? But I don't know yet if I'm going to pick that up. Also because we're going to be heading into warmer months, and I typically don't want to look glowy in the warmer months because my skin produces its own glow. All right, I'm going off on a tangent. If you are looking for a glowy primer, this is a good product. All right, 2 mascaras that I have used up. They were both just okay, but they're not ones that I would be like clamoring to buy again. This is the Tarte Maneater. This is really good if you want like voluminous lashes without them looking clumpy. Typically when I have purchased this one, I have always gotten it like for around the $10 to $12 mark. Ulta will a couple of times a year have it on sale for that price. So will the Tarte website itself. It's a good product. It doesn't smudge, so that's good, but it gives me voluminous defined lashes, not clumpy lashes. And then this other product I talked about in my Saturday 6, this is the Tower 28 Make Waves Mascara. I did talk about it in that video, so I will have it linked there. But this product, the wand The wand is one of those like rubber bristle wands, and the formula dries out pretty quickly. So I found the combination of those two to be a little bit irritating to my eyes. I did find that it clumped. I did need a lash primer to get the volume that I prefer for my lashes. So I honestly am in the camp of like, I don't see what the big fuss is about it, other than it is a very black formula and it did hold my curl well. So if those are things that you're looking for in a mascara, then that might appeal to you. But as for me, it didn't dethrone It Cosmetics Superhero. It's not better than L'Oreal Unlimited to me. So those are probably going to be like, the Tower 28 is probably going to be a one and done purchase. The Maneater I might reconsider purchasing, but probably not anytime soon because I have a lot of mascara in my stash. All right, this product is one that I have, you guys, I'm almost ashamed to say this. I think I've had this for like 3.5 years. I've had this for a long time, and this is the first product that I ever used to contour with. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation in the shade Fawn. Now, this is a very cool tone. You'll see that I still have a little bit left of it on here. I've just had it for so long. It is a very cool toned color. I don't know if it's coming across there in my lighting. You might be able to see it. Now, I will say that this is a very nice shade if you have fair to light skin tones. It's more of that ashy undertone. Let me see if it'll blend out a little bit. It blended out a little bit there, not so much. It's hard to see with the lighting, with the ring light right there. I have to have a ring light on today because we actually have rainy weather today. But anyways, this, I did like it for, you know, when I was just starting out with contouring. I do think the shade, again, is very good, especially if you have cool undertones or you are very fair-skinned. This would be a great contour color. There is no warmth at all in this, so that's what appealed to me with it. I have found that it does not blend out as easily. Now, again, that may be because the product now is old. It's old. When I initially had it, I did find that it blended out easier. It's going in the trash right now just because it's not blending as easily, and I was noticing that I was getting a couple of breakouts in that area, which is telling me it's time to go. But yeah, if you have very light skin, and I would actually probably recommend that product. Right now, my favorite one has been the M Cosmetics bronzer stick in the shade Terra. I actually like that. Now that one is slightly warmer, but yeah, it was good while it served its purpose, but I think that I have moved on to bigger and better things. And then the other product here are some cream blushes, which kind of pains me. Here's the upside and the downside of cream blush. Cream blush can look beautiful and it looks very glowy and natural on the skin, especially as I am getting older. I find that I don't always necessarily want a powdery look to my skin. I want that lit from within, and I feel like cream blush lends itself to that aesthetic. However, the problem with cream blush is that if you are a makeup lover like me and you have a lot of blush in your collection, eventually they go bad quicker, especially if they are from a clean beauty brand like the Tower 28 Beach Please blushes. Now this is in the shade Magic Hour and this is in the shade Power Hour. I will say I highly recommend both of these shades. They are both beautiful neutral shades. This one in particular is gorgeous. Summer through winter, it gives you kind of that red undertone. It looks very scary in the pan, but it's beautiful in person. It kind of gives you that like mauve-y, but like a deep mauve, almost sunburned type of look to your skin. It's gorgeous. And then this Magic Hour shade is a perfect nude color, kind of like a nude, peachy nude, pink peachy nude for my skin tone, which is light to light medium. I have golden, slightly golden undertones, neutral to golden, but I absolutely loved these shades. But again, I was noticing that when I was applying them that I was starting to break out a little bit and that they just weren't blending out as easily as they were when I first purchased them. I do like them. I will say that I think that in terms of like a cream or liquid blush formula, they have been dethroned by the Rare Beauty liquid blushes. I actually really, really love those. The lasting power, you need the tiniest drop of those. I don't know how long those will last for me, but as for right now, that is what I have been reaching for when I want a liquid or cream blush. So that is going to do it today for my hair care and makeup empties. Remember, part 2 of this will be coming up next week when I talk about the skincare and bath and beauty empties. Let me know, do you guys like Empties videos? I feel like a lot of influencers don't do them as much, but I personally really enjoy watching them because I feel like people have the greatest feedback about a product once they have finished it up, because sometimes you get halfway through and you're like, oh, this is great, but then, you know, how does it work out the rest of the way? And especially, you know, in the beauty space, I know a lot of people, especially when they're accumulating a lot, they have a harder time using up products. So I always feel like it's an impressive feat, and I want to share it with everybody. Like, look what I used up, with the assistance of my daughter. She helps me out too. So, all right, let me know in the comment box down below. Are any of these products some of your favorites? What has been your experience with any of these? That comment box is really a great tool for all of us in the community to gain even more feedback, because I'm just one person, and granted, the beauty space is oversaturated on YouTube, but it's always just fun to kind of get the conversation going. Once again, I want to say thank you so much for spending some time here with me today. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you found this video helpful. Subscribe if you're new and want to stick around. And until my next video, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.